Dude, hey, check this out. Bring that camera over here. Look at this. This is paradise. Let's talk about what it costs to live in paradise. There's no doubt that living in Jupiter, Florida is absolute paradise. Let's talk a little bit today about what it costs to live in Jupiter. I'm Dylan Snyder, a licensed real estate agent here in Jupiter. And if you're interested in learning more about living in the Palm Beaches, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell so you get notified of some of our upcoming videos. So the cost of living in Jupiter is actually only about 9.9% higher than the national average. Jupiter is the northernmost town in Palm Beach County, and the population is right around 75,000 people. So it's actually a fairly condensed area if you think about it. Jupiter flows into Palm Beach Gardens and then Juno Beach, and a lot of times when we have clients in the area, they're looking at all of the towns that are nearby as well, unless they're focusing on specific school systems. Let's talk a little bit about the home prices here in Jupiter. So the median home price is $580,000. The average is $987,000. Average home price is where most buyers are focusing their attention. That's where most buyers are purchasing. The median is kind of right in the middle. If you're interested in newer construction, prices do tend to go up a little bit. So entry level is going to be right around $500,000, and that's going to be for a really nice townhome. If you're looking for single family, newer construction, you're going to be getting up into that $700,000 price point entry level here in the Jupiter area. Let's dive into waterfront. Waterfront is a little bit of a different animal. So you're paying for location, you're going to pay for the water. Your entry level for waterfront property here in Jupiter is going to be right around $1 million. And unfortunately, $1 million isn't going to get you much, especially when it comes to single family homes. It's probably going to be something that you're going to need to do a little bit of work to, or at least renovate the inside. Believe it or not, a lot of local builders and investors are buying these waterfront properties for $1 million and just tearing them down to the ground. But don't let this discourage you. There are still plenty of affordable options in our area for you to consider. So we have possibilities, even right around the $300,000 price point. If you're willing to maybe even put in a little bit of work, if you're willing to consider something on the smaller side. We do expect pricing to hold strong here coming in 2021. So a lot of our communities here in the Jupiter area, they're more family-oriented communities. They may have gates, or may be a planned unit development. And along with that does come homeowners fees or homeowners association fees, maintenance fees, some folks will call it. Your average maintenance fee here in Jupiter is going to be right around $300 a month. So you can add that on top of your mortgage payment. But you have to consider what that $300 a month is actually going to give you. So you will save money by not having to do landscaping on your own. Some of them come with a basic cable package. That'll save you money on your monthly expenses as well. So while you are adding an additional payment onto your mortgage, you're also saving money on the other side. So homeowners associations are very common here in Jupiter. We do have plenty of options that are on side streets and not incorporated into an HOA. Just keep all things into consideration when you're looking at property here in Jupiter. So let's dive into what it looks like for a mortgage of $500,000 here in the Jupiter area. A mortgage of $500,000 with taxes and insurance, your monthly payment's gonna fall right around $2,600. If you think about it, if you were to look for a home to rent, right around that same price point, your rental rate is probably gonna fall closer to around $3,000 per month. A single family home that can be purchased for $500,000 in this market can likely be turned around and rented for right around $3,000 a month, depending on location and condition. So what that really does is it really makes investments a viable option, even in this market. So rents are up, interest rates are down, and it just really does make for some good opportunity for folks looking for investment properties in our market here in Jupiter. So the average cost to rent here in Jupiter, if you're looking at a studio apartment, the cost is going to be right around $1,115. A one-bedroom apartment, you're looking at closer to $1,340 per month. Two-bedroom is going to be right around $1,675 per month. Three bedrooms will be right around $2,285 a month. And if you're looking at a four-bedroom or larger, you're looking at right around $2,675 per month. We've rented homes that are in the 4,000 to 5,000 square foot range for closer to 5,000 to 6,000. So the rental market right now is pretty tight. Rents have gone up, prices have gone up as well. Seasonal rentals are going to be about 3 times as much as an annual rental would be. So if you're looking to spend the season here for 3 or 4 months, you can almost expect to pay 2 to 3 times more for a seasonal rental. And our season here runs anywhere from December all the way up until about the end of April. So let's dive into some of the boring stuff. Property taxes. Property taxes in Palm Beach County, you can expect to fall right around 2% of your purchase price. If it's going to be your primary residence, you're going to save a little bit of money on that, and you can expect it to come in closer to 1.75 to 1.8% of the purchase price. You also get a $50,000 homestead exemption discount on your assessed value. So that'll save you even more money. While we do have higher property taxes here in Palm Beach County than some other areas of the country, you don't have that state income tax that some other areas of the country do. So Florida is actually a very tax-friendly state with no state income tax. It's actually considered one of the lowest tax states in the country. Really, all you're looking at is the federal taxes when you're living here in Florida. So Florida is also tax-friendly for retirees because there are no taxes on pensions or retirement benefits. Your sales tax in Jupiter is 7%. So for health insurance, Florida is ranked number 49 out of all states in overall healthcare access and affordability. Healthcare affordability is measured by the rate set in that state for insurance coverage, as well as the out-of-pocket expenses that would need to be paid by the person receiving the care. So when it comes to utilities, we're actually in line with the rest of the country. One thing we do have are pretty hot summers. So that tends to drive our electric bills up in the summertime because we're constantly running our AC and they're working overtime. So your electric bill on a 2,000 square foot home is going to fall right around $175 per month. Water actually depends a lot on irrigation, and if your community actually includes the irrigation in your HOA fees, as we discussed previously. The water bill for a 2,000 square foot home is going to fall right around $65 per month, again, depending on your irrigation. Your average cable bill, and a lot of folks use Xfinity, we have AT&T here as well, Hotwire, but your average cable bill is going to fall right around $100 per month. Now, with a lot of people streaming these days, you can get that bill down considerably if you're not in need of regular cable. Again, a lot of communities do include this into their package, so if you're paying a homeowners association fee, it may even be included. Internet is going to be right around $50 per month for a really good speed. If you plan to buy a larger home, let's say 4,000 to 5,000 square feet, you can expect your electric bill to fall right in the range of $400, $450 per month. So keep in mind, with a larger home, you're also adding an additional 1 or 2 units, which will add to the electric bill as well. So let's add a pool to the mix. Let's face it, we're in Florida, we have beautiful weather, most people want a pool in their backyard. Some don't, it's personal preference. But adding a pool is going to add about $100 per month to your electric bill. If you want to run the heat on your pool year-round, I know with us, we want the kids to jump in the pool anytime they want, so we keep our heat on. That adds about another $150 per month. So to keep our pool running all the time, with the heat running all the time at 85 degrees, it adds on about $250 per month to our electric bill. So let's talk about adding a pool to your property. Let's face it, a lot of folks, we have beautiful weather here, want a pool in their backyard. A lot of our clients will come to us and say they're looking for a house with a pool. Pools are very, very easy to add on after you move in. The process takes about 8 weeks from beginning to end. It does depend on if there's a wait list with whatever pool contractor you choose. The average cost is going to be right around $45,000 for a nicely equipped pool with all the bells and whistles. Travertine marble deck, nice surface on the pool, LED lights, and a spa and some fountain. So you can go anywhere from $45,000 up to, well over $100,000, depending on how elaborate and how fancy you like your pools. So landscaping. Landscaping on average for a quarter-acre property is gonna run right around $100 per month. Now, again, if you're in an HOA community where you are paying fees, a lot of times the landscaping is included, so you just keep that into consideration when you're going to purchase. So we're in a really hot spot for golf, and a lot of our communities are golf-centric. We have club communities in the area that are very desirable. And in addition to homeowners association fees, you are going to have equity membership fees. And anybody that's familiar with golf clubs knows exactly what I'm talking about. And those membership fees, depending on what level, whether it be a sports, tennis, or full golf, they're gonna range anywhere from, let's say, $35,000 buy-in up to $200,000 to buy in. Sometimes you get a portion of that as equity, sometimes not, and just depending on the community. So one of the things I loved about this area when I moved here about 20 years ago was that there's no metered parking on our beaches. If we go down south a little bit and you try to find parking on the beach, you have to pay or you have to have a membership pass. And here, there's a lot of preserved areas, a lot of natural areas, and you don't have to pay for parking at all. There's plenty of it. Even in the height of season, on the busiest day, you can find a parking spot somewhere along the beautiful beaches here. One of the things I love to do is go out to eat, and our area is just primed and stocked full of amazing privately owned restaurants. We do have some of the popular chains, of course. Capitol Grill is one of my favorites, but really the local spots, the private restaurants, are just amazing, and a lot of them serving fresh seafood daily. Your average cost to go out to eat with 2 people is going to be right around $70. If you're looking for, something that a really good dish, your average cost is going to fall right around $18 to $20 per dish, which I think is right in line with the rest of the country, really. But here you're getting fresh seafood right off the boat. So some of my local favorites are the Food Shack, Leftovers Cafe, Guanabanas, Utiki. We have the whole downtown, the Jupiter Inlet District is being developed right now, and there's Joe Namath that's opening a restaurant. I'm actually right here in Harborside at Jupiter, where Tiger Woods has a restaurant. We have Michael Jordan's restaurant, 1000 North, and again, just no lack of supply of great restaurants in the area. So in regards to groceries here in the area, we're in line again with pretty much the rest of the country. We have our Whole Foods, we have our Trader Joe's, Fresh Market, is where my family and I typically shop. Ordering our groceries on Amazon is a great benefit, but your average cost is going to be right around $310 per family member per month. So our area is known for great fishing, great beaches, and just amazing crystal clear water. Talk a little bit about boating. My family and I, we belong to a boat club that works really well for us. And Jupiter Point Marina, I'm gonna give them a shout out. They've been awesome. So your average cost over at Jupiter Point Marina, a couple of options. You have a 2-year membership that I think falls right around, don't quote me, $12,000 for the 2-year membership. They have a lifetime option we just bought into, and it's right around $450 per month or so. And there is an upfront fee that was right around $5,000. Now again, these rates will vary depending on time of year, depending on incentives that they have going on. But Jupiter Point Marina has been awesome. There's a couple other clubs that you can check into that are a little bit less expensive, and then there are some that are a little bit more. Owning a boat, also a great option. There's plenty of marinas if you're not living on the water in the area. So plenty of dry storage marinas that you can pay rent slips, that you can pay to rent a slip, excuse me. And so you're paying to rent a slip anywhere from probably $600 a month to $1,200 a month, somewhere in that range. And then you add your boat costs on top of that, of course. But again, great area for being on the water and enjoying the water. And when you're coming here, you're going to want to appreciate it a little bit. So that concludes our episode on the cost of living in Jupiter, Florida. Thank you for watching. That number that you see right there across the screen, you can call me, text me, always available with questions. Also, the comments below, please comment below with any questions you may have on living in this area or any videos you'd like to see us do in the future. We will be posting videos weekly to this channel, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so you get notified of our new videos coming up, and thanks for watching.